The weight we quietly carry. Many people move through life with a subtle heaviness. It often sits beneath thought and behind emotion. It forms around expectations that feel fixed and outcomes that feel essential. Notice how this weight grows when we try to control what cannot stay still. It increases when we hold regrets as if they are permanent shapes. It grows again when we cling to imagined futures. This tension feels normal because it builds slowly, yet its presence shapes every step we take. A gentle shift begins when we realize this heaviness is not a requirement. It softens when we understand that every experience moves like slow morning water across a shoreline. Nothing stands unchanged. Nothing holds its form forever. Peace begins with this recognition. A calmer path starts when we stop demanding that life stay still, seeing through the illusion of permanence. We often treat our ideas about ourselves as fixed realities. These ideas feel solid because they appear in familiar ways. We return to them when we feel proud or insecure. We repeat them during success or struggle. Over time, they feel like unbreakable truths. Yet these ideas shift with new experiences and new reflections. They rise and fade like early mist that drifts above quiet stones. When we look closely, we see movement where we once imagined stillness. This simple insight is powerful. It shows that much of our tension comes from defending an identity that never stays the same. This identity is not a single structure. It is a changing field of perception. It continues to transform even when we try to hold it still. Freedom grows when we learn to meet this changing field with steady awareness. The beginning of letting go. Letting go does not mean rejection. It means allowing each moment to follow its natural path. Many people imagine letting go as indifference. In truth, it is a grounded recognition that everything lives through change. Every feeling shifts. Every belief softens. Every attachment moves. Letting go is the practice of meeting experience with quiet openness. It is the choice to release the pressure to control every step forward. Think of a gentle hillside where grains of sand settle into new shapes with each passing breeze. Nothing resists, nothing forces the process. This is how release works within us. It is not dramatic, it is steady. Each moment of awareness invites another small shift. With time, these shifts create genuine clarity. You begin to feel lighter without forcing anything. This is the heart of non-attachment. If these ideas speak to you, pause for a moment today and notice one belief you hold tightly. Ask how it changes when seen as something fluid rather than fixed. Nagarjuna's insight into the flow of experience. Nagarjuna offered a perspective that dissolves the illusion of inherent solidity. He observed that every experience depends on countless conditions. Nothing stands alone. Nothing exists by itself. This truth can feel abstract until we witness it directly. Look at a single wave pattern forming across a calm lake. Its shape appears distinct, yet it depends on depth, temperature, surface tension, and countless unseen movements. Remove any condition, and the shape changes. Our thoughts and emotions follow the same pattern. They appear strong and defined, yet arise from many influences. This recognition shifts how we relate to our internal world. It becomes easier to release unnecessary pressure. We stop assuming that our thoughts reflect unchanging truths. We recognize them as temporary forms. Through this clarity, we gain a calm and balanced inner posture. The middle way of perception. The middle way teaches us to avoid the extremes of absolute certainty and complete extremes distort our understanding. The middle way invites a grounded view. Consider the quiet balance found along the gentle ridge of a hill. Both sides fall steeply, yet the ridge creates a stable path. Walking this ridge requires presence. It asks us to meet each step without leaning too far in either direction. This image mirrors the middle way. We avoid believing that our ideas must stay unchanged. We also avoid believing that nothing matters. Instead, we meet each moment with even attention. We recognize experience as meaningful without treating it as permanent. This balanced insight supports emotional steadiness. It brings a sense of calm engagement with life. The self as a temporary formation. Nagarjuna's insight becomes clearer when applied to the sense of self. We often imagine the self as a single fixed identity. Yet when we examine it closely, we find layers of thoughts, memories, and emotions that shift often. None of these layers remain stable. The self behaves like a moving pattern of currents within a deep inlet. Each current shapes the next. None of them forms a permanent structure. When we try to grasp this pattern, tension appears. When we try to force stability, discomfort rises. Recognizing the self as a shifting formation brings ease. It reveals that we do not need to defend an unchanging identity. This understanding reduces emotional friction. It allows us to respond with clarity rather than fear. The self becomes something we observe with calm attention. The freedom of non-clinging. Emotional struggle often begins with clinging. We cling to praise, we cling to comfort, we cling to fear, we cling to certainty. This clinging grows from the belief that these states must remain stable. When they shift, we feel threatened. Yet clinging becomes unnecessary when we understand that every state moves. Every emotion develops conditions, rises, then dissolves. Imagine a slow crest of sunlight passing over a field of tall grass. Each blade brightens for a moment, then returns to shade. The movement is natural. No blade tries to hold the light. When we adopt this posture within ourselves, emotional turbulence softens. We accept the natural movement of experience. We stop demanding permanence from transient states. This is not resignation, it is clarity. It allows us to meet each feeling with steady awareness, seeing emotions as passing patterns. When emotions arise, they often feel overwhelming. We may believe they define us, yet emotions behave like slow-moving cloud formations across an open valley. They develop shapes, shift gently, and eventually move on. When we see them this way, their intensity softens. We recognize them as temporary. This recognition changes our response. Instead of fighting the emotion or being consumed by it, we allow it to unfold. This allowance creates spaciousness. It separates awareness from reaction. The emotion becomes something we observe rather than something we become. Over time, this practice builds confidence. It teaches us that no emotional state is permanent. Each one follows a natural arc. Understanding this brings freedom. It supports a peaceful and balanced inner life, meeting difficulty with steadiness. Difficulty is unavoidable, yet the way we relate to difficulty determines much of our inner experience. When we resist, tension rises. When we cling to how things should be, frustration grows. But when we recognize difficulty as part of a larger movement, ease returns. Difficulty behaves like shifting lines of shadow across a quiet valley at dusk. They appear, stretch, soften, and fade. Seeing hardship in this way removes unnecessary pressure. It reminds us that each challenge is temporary. This understanding encourages patience. It helps us engage with clarity instead of fear. It invites thoughtful action rather than reactive force. Through this approach, we develop inner stability. We learn to meet challenge without creating extra struggle.
The calm strength of perspective. Perspective shapes experience. When we believe every challenge is absolute, the world feels narrow. When we step back, space appears, awareness widens. Think of a broad plateau where the land extends in many directions. From this plateau, each detail becomes part of a larger pattern. Nothing dominates the view. This expanded perspective mirrors what happens within us when we observe our thoughts without attachment. Thoughts lose their power to define our identity. They become shifting elements within a wider field. This wider awareness reduces anxiety. It helps us recognize that many concerns arise from momentary states. With perspective, we respond consciously. We act from steadiness rather than fear. This is one of the quiet strengths developed through understanding emptiness. Emptiness and natural connection. Understanding emptiness does not isolate us. It deepens our sense of connection. When we see that everything depends on many conditions, we appreciate the delicate harmony of each moment. This connection resembles the slow formation of patterns within a tidal pool. Each movement influences the next. None of them stands alone. This awareness softens rigid boundaries within us. It reduces the sense of separation. It opens space for understanding. It invites compassion. When we feel connected to the shifting processes around us, we respond with patience. We recognize that others are shaped by conditions just as we are. This insight replaces judgment with clarity. It supports calm engagement with the world. A new relationship with change. Change becomes less threatening when we see its true nature. It is not a disruption. It is the basic movement of reality. Every moment shifts. Every process transforms. Consider the gradual expansion of ripples across a still pond. Each ripple extends outward, creating new forms. None of them returns to its original shape. This is how life moves. When we understand this, resistance softens. We stop expecting permanence. We begin to work with change rather than against it. This attitude reduces fear. It encourages flexibility. It strengthens resilience. Life becomes easier to navigate because we no longer fight its natural rhythm. We adapt. We respond thoughtfully. We remain balanced within the movement. Emptiness as practical wisdom. Emptiness becomes powerful when applied in daily life. It teaches us to observe experience without clinging. It helps us recognize that each moment forms through many influences. This recognition changes our choices. We act with greater care. Consider the slow expansion of morning light across a quiet ridge. As the ridge brightens, new details emerge. The landscape becomes clearer. Emptiness provides similar clarity. It reveals the conditions behind our reactions. It helps us understand the causes of tension. It shows us where we can shift our response. Through this awareness, we develop practical wisdom. We act with steadiness. We make choices that reduce suffering, releasing the need for absolute control. Trying to control every detail of life creates strain. It is like attempting to hold a shifting dune in place with our hands. The sand continues to move. The dune continues to reshape. control becomes impossible. When we understand emptiness, this impulse softens. We recognize that each moment emerges from countless conditions. Many of these conditions lie beyond our reach. Accepting this truth brings relief. We focus on what we can influence. We release what we cannot. This approach creates balance. It prevents unnecessary tension. It supports calm action. It allows us to engage with life while remaining steady within ourselves. Think about one situation you try to control. Notice how your experience shifts when you treat it as a changing process rather than a fixed outcome. The emptiness of emptiness. Nagarjuna teaches that even emptiness is empty. This means we should not cling to the concept itself. It is a tool rather than a final truth. Think of a stepping stone in the middle of a shallow stream. The stone helps you cross, yet you do not carry it once you reach the far side. Emptiness works in the same way. It guides understanding. It dissolves false certainty. But it loses its purpose when treated as something permanent. When we release this final layer of attachment, awareness becomes open. It rests without grasping. It does not need fixed positions. This openness brings deep peace. It allows perception to settle naturally. It supports a clear and steady mind. Spacious awareness arises when we stop grasping at mental constructs. It is the experience of meeting life without forcing meaning onto every moment. This spaciousness resembles the wide expanse of an untouched plain. The land stretches calmly in all directions. Nothing crowds the view. Nothing demands attention. This presence allows thoughts to rise and fall without resistance. It supports clarity without tension. Spacious awareness does not avoid life. It meets life with balance. It allows each experience to pass through naturally. Through this understanding, we develop a stable foundation. We move through change without becoming overwhelmed. We respond with calm discernment, living with gentle flexibility. Gentle flexibility is a natural result of non-attachment. It allows us to move through uncertainty without fear. Consider the slow shifting of reeds along a quiet marsh. They bend with each movement of air. They do not break. This flexibility mirrors the inner posture developed through emptiness. It teaches us to adapt without losing clarity. It allows us to meet each moment with attentiveness. We act without rigidity. We respond without force. This flexibility supports resilience. It helps us remain steady through challenge. It creates a peaceful foundation for daily life. Engaging life with balanced presence. Balanced presence means meeting experience fully without clinging to it. It is not withdrawal. It is active and engaged. It resembles the slow formation of layered stone along a river bend. Each layer forms through steady movement. None of them holds absolute shape. This understanding helps us participate in life without being consumed by it. We can pursue meaningful goals without tying our identity to them. We can build relationships without demanding permanence. We can experience joy without fearing its end. Balanced presence creates emotional steadiness. It allows us to live with depth and clarity. The quiet strength of non-attachment. Non-attachment is not coldness. It is grounded wisdom. It allows us to meet each moment with openness. It resembles the steady formation of frost along a shaded ridge at dawn. The frost forms gently. It melts gently. Nothing is forced. Non-attachment brings calm strength.
It frees us from unnecessary struggle. It supports thoughtful action. It makes it easier to recognize what truly matters. With this strength, we move through life with ease. We release the pressure to cling. We allow experience to unfold naturally. A path toward steady freedom. Detachment is not dismissal. It is the quiet understanding that everything shifts. When we see this clearly, our relationship with life transforms. Experience moves through us like slow evening light across a calm horizon. Nothing stays fixed. Nothing needs to. This insight softens the grip of fear. It opens space for compassion. It encourages thoughtful action. It brings steady peace. As you continue your path, consider one small thing you can release today. Notice how your mind changes when you stop demanding permanence. If this journey resonates with you, stay connected with our community. Share your reflections. Walk this path with us as we explore deeper clarity together tomorrow.